Morning. Today we are going to start with the topic ownership. It is one of the fundamental juristic concepts. Actually, the concept of possession came first. Thereafter, the concept of ownership followed it. Okay, means ownership followed the idea of possession. If you see the historical development, how was that? Like the growth in the growth of civilization, we see that man was a nomad first. He used to just roam from one place to the other. Okay, while that time there was no concept of mine and thine. This is yours, this is mine. I should have a record. I should have the property card. I should have all the legal papers. This concept was not there. Everything was res nullis, means the property was owned by all. Therefore, there was no concept of mine and thine. Okay, the concept of ownership or the term ownership was first time used in English law in 1583. Okay, therefore the concept of ownership followed the concept of possession. Now we'll see the Austin's definition. What is ownership? A right. A right. Ownership is a right. Indefinite in point of user, unrestricted in point of disposition, and unlimited in point of duration. I'll repeat. Right on ownership is a right. Indefinite in point of user, unrestricted in point of disposition, and unlimited in point of duration. And it is a right. It is a single right which comprises these three things. Okay, now when he says that right of ownership is indefinite in point of user, it means the owner can use his property in any of the way. The land, if a person is the owner of the land, then he can use the land for building a house, for cultivation, he can have a garden there, or he may do anything of that concerned land. He can use it in any manner. However, this indefinite in point of user is having a limitation, that is, you are allowed to use your property in such a manner that you cannot injure your neighbor, or you cannot injure the property of the neighbor. It is not lawful to build on your land anything to injury of another. So the concept of ownership or the right of ownership, which Austin has stated that it is indefinite in point of user, it is having a limitation. In one hand we are going to say that you can use it in any manner, but no, you are limited. You can't use your land in such a manner that the other persons will suffer. But okay, indefinite of point of user is there. Second is right to transfer or indefinite in point of disposition. Either when you are an owner, you can either gift your property, either you can sell your property, you can exchange your property. Means the property can be transferred without any restriction. Here also one limitation is there, because the modern legal system has changed and it has put certain limitations that you can't transfer property in such a manner to defeat your creditors or to delay the rights of the creditors, isn't it? Means right of transfer is there, right of disposition is there, but it is also having certain limitations. And what is the third? That is permanence in the right of ownership, that is duration. What Austin states, unlimited in point of duration, means it is yours, it will remain yours. After the death, it will go to the legal representatives. Means permanence of right of ownership is there. It will exist till the property exists. Ownership will go to your successor. That is permanent right of ownership. Now this is also to be criticized, because your land can be acquired. Salus populi est suprema lex. Public welfare is paramount. Therefore, for public purposes, the government can acquire your land and you are having a right to take compensation. So Austin's concept of ownership is being criticized, that limitations are put on the point of user. You have to pay the tax, your land can be acquired at any time. You can't use your property in such a manner that the other people or the neighbor is going to suffer. This limitation is there. And moreover, ownership is not a right. It is a bundle of rights together. And what he says, ownership is a right which is indefinite in point of user and all. So ownership is not a right, it is a bundle of right. And ownership is not merely a right, It is a relationship between the owner and the concerned property. We have a will on that property. Not merely a right, but also a relationship between the right owned and the person owning it. Therefore, Austin's definition is not proper. Okay, now Hibbert. What Hibbert is telling, ownership involves 4 rights. Means it's directly telling, okay, ownership is not a right, it is having 4 rights. What is that? Right of using the thing, excluding others from using it, disposal of the thing, and destruction of the thing. Means as you are the owner, you can destroy the property because it is yours. You are the owner. So ownership involves 4 rights according to Hibbert. Okay, now what Salmon says. Salmon's views are different. He says ownership in its most comprehensive signification denotes the relation between the person and the right that is vested in him. That which a man owns is not right. That which man owns in all cases is not a right over the property, it is a right itself. Means what man owns, man does not own a property, man owns a right. To own a piece of land means in truth to own a particular kind of right over that land. Means ownership is not a right as per Austin. He says ownership is what? The ownership of a right over the concerned land. Means when we say I am the owner of the land, no, Salmon will tell you are not the owner of the land, you are the owner of the rights which you can exercise on the land. Getting it? What Austin is telling, ownership is a right, and what Salmon is telling, ownership is the ownership of the rights which you can exercise on that property. To own a piece of land means in truth to own a particular kind of right in the land. Every right is owned and nothing can be owned except a right. What a person owns is what denotes the relation between a person and the right that is vested in him. Therefore, you own a right. You don't own a property as per Salmon. Now this view of Salmon is also been criticized. What is owned is a thing and not a right. We never call that. In general, what we say, I am the owner of this flat, I am the owner of this house. In general, we will not say I am the owner of the right which I can exercise on that flat or that house. We don't say like that. So because you don't own a right, you only own the property. In general aspect, we own only the property, not as per Salmon. But whatever Salmon is telling, it is true in case of what? Intellectual property rights, because in that case we own a right. I am having a patent, I am having a copyright. Here you own a right. For that area you can say Salmon's definition is proper, but in common parlance you don't say like that. You own a right over a property. You own a property only. According to Cook, ownership is a name given to a bundle of rights. There are many rights which a person may possess, and to use the term owner to express the relationship between the person and a right is to introduce unnecessary confusion. Means according to Cook, Salmon, by giving the definition, is creating unnecessary confusion by telling that the relationship between the owner and the property, that will be called as a right. This is not true as per Cook. To express the relationship between a person and a right is introducing confusion. Therefore, man owns, or ownership is a name given to bundle of rights. There are many rights which a person may possess because he is the owner. Okay. Now we will see the essentials of ownership. When a person is a owner, then what he has. That ownership means what? What are the essentials of ownership? The first is little bit similar. Essentials are similar to the Austin's definition. Okay. What are the essentials? Indefinite point of user will be there if you are the owner. Unrestricted point of disposition is there. You can sell, you can give, you can exchange, you can mortgage, you can lease. If it is immovable and all, you can mortgage, you can lease. If it is movable, then you can pledge. Okay, therefore, in unrestricted in point of disposition is there. Third is the owner has a right to possess the thing which he owns. It is immaterial whether he has actual possession on it or not. I am owning a land, but I don't go and I never go to the village where when I'm having a land. Means actual I may go there or may not. Actual possession may be there or may not, but I may be the owner. The owner has a right to possess the thing which he owns. It is immaterial whether he has actual possession of it or not. Next is right to exhaust. If you are the owner, you can exhaust, you can destroy it. Therefore, right to destroying is there. And residuary character means ownership will be of a residuary character. You can part away of some of the right. Ownership is a bundle of rights, na? Therefore, one of the part you can transfer. Like if it is a immovable property, I am the owner, I will lease you the property. When I am leasing you the property, I am not transferring the ownership, I am only transferring the possession. So possession, right to possession is a right because you are the owner and you can part one of the right to the other. Residuary character, such can part means the person can part with some of the rights which are there. That is right to enjoy. Right to possession is transferred by the lessor to the lessee. Okay, these are the essentials of ownership. We'll go through again. Indefinite in point of user, unrestricted in point of disposition. Then the owner has a right to possess the thing which he owns. It is immaterial whether he is actual possession or not. Therefore, actual possession is not necessary. Right to exhaust. Ownership is having a residuary character. Therefore, you can part away of a particular right in it. Ownership will remain with you. Enjoyment will go to the tenant. And last is right to destroy. Okay. Here we have seen part of the concept of ownership. We'll continue the concept of ownership in the next video. Okay. Bye bye. See you.